My girlfriend always keeps bringing up how perfect her ex was, and even suggested I take tips, so I dumped her exactly the same way he did. I met Jessica at a work party about 14 months ago. The first few months were incredible, but around month 5, something shifted. She started making comments about her ex-boyfriend constantly. During dinner dates, she'd mention how her ex always remembered to order her favorite appetizer without asking. When we went shopping, she'd say her ex had this amazing sense of style and always picked out perfect outfits for her. Even during movies, she'd comment about how her ex would always bring her exact favorite candy. I tried bringing this up with her. These constant comparisons were making me feel terrible. She apologized and said she'd be more aware of it. Things got better for maybe 2 weeks, then right back to the same pattern. But what really pushed me over the edge was when she started suggesting I should copy her ex's behavior. You know, she said one night, my ex had this sweet habit of leaving surprise love notes in my purse and car. Maybe you should try doing that too. After we had an argument about weekend plans, she said, my ex and I had this great system where he'd plan something fun every Friday night as a surprise. Maybe you could learn from his approach. The final straw came when we were out with my friends. Someone asked about our anniversary plans. Before I could even speak, Jessica jumped in. Well, my ex had this incredible way of celebrating relationships. He'd plan these elaborate surprise weekends with activities tailored exactly to my interests. She looked right at me and said, you should really get some tips from him about romantic planning. My friends looked uncomfortable. I felt completely embarrassed and disrespected. That night, I asked her more about this perfect ex and how their relationship ended. That's when she told me something that made everything click into place. Her ex had broken up with their 2-year relationship by slowly becoming more distant over a few weeks, then taking her to their special restaurant where he calmly explained that he'd grown beyond their relationship. According to Jessica, it was the most mature and respectful way anyone could handle a breakup. The way she described it with such admiration made me realize she was still completely hung up on this guy and trying to turn me into him. So I decided to give her exactly what she clearly wanted. A breakup done exactly like her perfect ex had done it. I spent 3 weeks planning every single detail to match his approach perfectly. I started being slightly more distant, but still affectionate. I kept our normal routine, but with subtle changes. I made a reservation at our favorite restaurant for a Thursday night. During those weeks, her behavior only confirmed my decision. When I brought her coffee, she mentioned how her ex knew her exact coffee order by heart. When I suggested a weekend trip, she talked about how creative her ex was with vacation planning. It was like dating someone who was in love with a ghost. Thursday evening arrived. I dressed exactly how she'd described her ex dressing for important conversations. She was in a great mood at dinner, talking about how her ex once surprised her with concert tickets to her favorite band. I let her finish the story, then smiled calmly. You know, Jessica, all these months of hearing about your ex have been really educational. She looked curious. What do you mean by that? I've learned so much about what you value in relationships. It's given me clarity about what needs to happen next. Her face lit up, thinking this was building to some romantic gesture. Really? That's so sweet. I always hoped you'd learn from some of his approaches.